See, we're still doing the show from inside my garage. You know, I don't like it. You don't like it. None of us are happy with this. But think about it. You've got the upper hand here. You can go and watch The Crown. We can't. We have to be here. If it helps, just think of tonight's show as an hour-long cameo that's been gifted to you by your sister-in-law who doesn't know you very well. Look at it that way. Look, we're all here. Reggie's here. The band's here. Ian's here. How are we, guys? Are we good?
Yes. And again, we have matching shirts.
You do. You and Ian. Look at this.
Got that speckled kind of gray going on right there.
Do you want us to try to let you into a secret? So you see I'm wearing this three-piece suit.
Yes.
It's actually a two-piece suit.
Oh, show us the goods. Come on. You can't tease us like that.
Sweatpants underneath. Look at that.
Ooh,
but not just any sweatpants. Late show sweatpants. So I still feel like it's okay.
That's awesome.
Look at Tim on the treadmill, just going for it.
He's a treader. He doesn't fear to tread.
Yeah, just treading on here, having a good time. Yeah.
Hang on, Tim, did you buy is this one of those T-shirts that I see an ad for on the internet?
It's a
exactly on Instagram. It's a total Instagram purchase.
Oh, I remember those T-shirts.
Be careful, Tim. Tim, be careful.
Wow, I've never tried that before.
I've always looked at those T-shirts. Is this the idea that it's like there's a tunnel through your body?
Yeah, there's a hole. I feel empty inside.
All right, let's move on to the headlines. Yesterday was a tough day for so many of us, but it ended with some good news after all. Once the chaos settled down on Capitol Hill, Congress immediately went back to work, and they worked late into the night, officially certifying Joe Biden's victory at 3:30 in the morning, making this the only good decision to ever happen at 3:30 in the morning. A small group of Republicans pushed back on certification, but the rest of Congress was like, it's 3:30. Just pack it in, you pricks. 3:30 a.m. They debated the electoral vote, certified the election, and then, just for fun, they put on Jurassic Park and ordered a couple of pizzas. And Nancy Pelosi had all that ice cream. They all tucked into that.
Nice.
Soon after the certification, President Trump released a statement saying that there would be an orderly transition of power on January 20th. Unfortunately, that statement was wrapped around a brick and tossed through a Capitol building window. Trump also used the statement to mention that he disagreed with the outcome of the election. Well, thank God he said that. Otherwise, there would have been no way to know. He can't help himself, can he? And even when he's technically saying the right thing, he's still got to slip a little gripe in there.
Yeah, it's almost like he's an absolute schmuck or something. I don't know. I'm beginning to think that.
You know what I love is all these people that have gone, well, this past 24 hours has really made me dislike Trump. And after that ugly day yesterday, President Trump's mental state has now come into question, with one senior advisor saying Trump has, quote, lost it. I got to say, it's very brave of Republicans to start speaking out against Trump only 99.9% of the way through his term in office. Now, not to quibble about this, but for someone to lose it, first, they must possess it.
Yes.
Mustn't they?
Yeah.
You can't lose something you didn't possess. I mean, I love how we're just talking about the president's state of mind the same way we talk about losing car keys. Like, it's the president's humility. It's around here somewhere. Has anyone seen the president's humility? It was there. I left it there. I had it. I've lost it. It's gone. Meanwhile, Facebook and Twitter suspended the president's accounts. Twitter locked his account for 12 hours, and Facebook announced that it would block Trump until at least the end of his term. So you know what that means? Looks like Trump's finally about to start popping on TikTok, baby. Stop the steal. That's what they do on TikTok, isn't it? Is that what it is? That's it, isn't it?
That's one of the things.
It's like
show the frame of the, you know.
It's full the frame, isn't it?
Yeah, just do some like Marcel type things.
It's time to make America great again. Stop. Steal the march.
Stop. Exactly, stop.
Stop the steal.
Yeah, that's it. Ian's got it. Stop
Yeah.
the steal.
There it is. Yeah.
Can't you work his dance in there? Can't you get the old, like, that one in there too?
Yes.
No, that's too good. You're too good already.
You're too good. It's too good, James. It's too good.
It's good.
It's
To do
too
the
good.
Trump,
You're
to
too
do the
good.
Trump, you have to point to somebody in the crowd who you just made up. Like, I see you, and then you go back to it. You know, like, oh,
For you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
One's for you.
There it is.
There you go.
It's
Now-
this.
Yeah,
Isn't it? It's this.
you did it. Oh, you rocked it. Yes. On. That's it. That's it. It's it.
But Trump's locked out of Facebook, which is rough. Locked out of Facebook. How's he going to know now when it's one of his friends' birthdays? Would any of you guys care if you were permanently locked out of Facebook?
Hell no.
Anyone?
Hell
I
no.
haven't looked at Facebook in 3 years.
I haven't looked at Facebook in 9 years.
There you go.
Can I tell you something I'm very proud of? Very, very proud of this. I never joined.
Yes. Oh,
Never joined.
wow.
like,
Never did it.
you did it.
Never did it.
Yeah.
And I do find all these people. Have you seen? Do you remember last week on Twitter there was the hashtag delete Facebook was trending, and I was quite interested. I looked at it on Twitter and it was like all these people delete Facebook, and then I looked at a few of the people that were passionately talking about it, and they all had their Instagram
Yes.
in their bio. And you want to go? It's the same. They bought it. You can't. It's all the same pot of money. It's all the same. Yeah. Never joined. Never joined Facebook. I saw all this coming. Now, look, this is a little off topic, okay? But have you guys noticed that Mark Zuckerberg looks like if Mitch McConnell had a baby with a ghost? Have you noticed that?
Interesting.
Meanwhile, angry Republican leaders, as well as Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, are now calling on the vice president to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office because he's unable to execute his presidential duties. Well, yeah, of course Trump's unable to execute his presidential duties. They've taken away his Twitter. Experts say the 25th Amendment applies here because Trump is disinterested in the job and not in the right frame of mind to carry out any of the necessary tasks, which I'm not going to lie, also describes me doing these garage shows. But this is huge. Now, if I understand the law correctly, and I think I do, Mike Pence would then assume the Oval Office, and that fly on his head would take over as vice president. Do you know what I'd do if I was president of the United States for 2 weeks? Get a PS5.
Yeah, that's what it would take.
It's the first thing I'd do.
Forget the vaccine, right?
No, the vaccine's rolled out. I just go, guys, I'm only here for 2 weeks. I want to make the most of this, hanging out, ordering room service. I just need a PS5.
Good
You
luck.
wouldn't be able to keep it though. That's the thing. You just
Oh, yeah.
play with it.
Oh,
those
you
2
think?
weeks.
You think?
I think
They wouldn't.
so.
They wouldn't give it to you. It'd be government property.
Well, then I don't want the job. Well, then I'm not interested. And yesterday's events seem to be the final straw for many Trump associates. There have been multiple resignations yesterday and today, including one cabinet member, Trump's national security advisor, and even the First Lady's chief of staff. Again, a little late, but sure. You know, people were comparing this big wave of resignations to rats fleeing the Titanic. But honestly, I don't think that's fair. Like, at one point, the Titanic actually had some direction. You know, it was going somewhere. It makes sense, though. If you want to get into the job market, you want to get in there before the Trump administration gets blocked on LinkedIn as well. In other news, parents in Denmark are outraged after a new claymation cartoon aimed at young children premiered on public television. And there was outrage because the main character has a rather long penis. How long? Take a look for yourself. Look at that. First of all, I just want to say, yes, I gave them the rights to my life story, but I did not know it would be a story for children. Second of all, I feel like aimed at young children might not be the best way to phrase this. I could see where this would be inconvenient, but on the other hand, you've got a belt for life.
Rebuilds.
I actually think it's good. I do. After everything that happened in Washington yesterday, maybe Denmark could teach us a thing or two about how to deal with a giant dick. Oh, what?